Thank you for tuning in to the Shikama Live Show. This is going to be a special show here. I want to start the video out by saying I actually do not believe in this sort of thing, but being the skeptic that I am, I cannot deny what I have seen with my own eyes. So my apartment is haunted. I mean, there's no other way to say it. When I first moved in, my roommate would go to work, and I work from home, of course, and I would work in the master bedroom, and I spent all day, all night in there working from there. Every day at 3 p.m., I would hear the front door open, the front door close, and somebody walk into the living room. And at first, I would jump up and open up my door and go to greet my roommate, but he wasn't there. Nobody was there. And this consistently happened. And then I said, okay, am I imagining things? Is it from downstairs? Is it something else? And I made sure I listened very, very carefully. And sure enough, it was the front door opening, the front door closing, and somebody walking into the living room. I could hear the footsteps and everything. It was not from downstairs. It wasn't from across. It was no neighbor in this building. It was nothing like that at all. So I took to staying in the living room more than I had been before to see if I could catch something. Well, the 3 p.m. stuff stopped since I would hang out in the living room and work on the computers in the living room. But then the really strange incidences happened. First of all, I was sleeping one day on the couch in the living room, and I heard something, and I woke up and I saw a man standing in the middle of the living room. He wore a black suit, white shirt, black tie, and I could not make out his face. And then I said, I must be dreaming. I rubbed and rubbed my eyes. He was still there. I rubbed and rubbed in my eyes, and he was gone. Then, I was alone. All of this is happening. I'm alone. So my roommate, of course, is not believing any of this. So one day I'm sitting working on the computer in the living room. My roommate is in the living room working on the computer, and a bottle rolls across the floor. Now, my roommate, of course, doesn't believe any of this. So he says, it was the wind. I, of course, say, all the doors are closed, all the windows are closed, and in fact, the entire apartment is sealed shut. There is no wind. That wasn't wind. So finally, 2 days ago, this is, all of this time, it was, it's at the corner of your eye. It's something in the other room. It's not quite, you can't quite pin it down to anything. And you can explain it away. I was just asleep. Anyway, so I was editing one of my videos 2 days ago, and we have a very large picture frame that's in front of me that, of course, the glass in front of the picture frame, it faces the living room. I saw a person walk behind me. So I turned around thinking it was my roommate, and nobody was there. My heart pounded for 30 minutes. The hairs on the back of my neck stood up. Now, if you are already following me on Facebook, you've already heard all of these stories, and I've gone into far more detail on Facebook about these stories than I am doing today, and they've all given me advice. I was talking about this at the local dollar store, and a lady came up and said, yes, you burn some sage, you get a bowl, rip some paper, put some sage in it, light the paper and the sage, and you go from doorway to doorway, and you say, it's time for you to leave, you're dead, please leave. But I'm of the opinion I don't want to be talking to any potential demons, because of course my family believes that that's demonic and it's not a ghost, which is very strange because my roommate pointed out that Christians and Protestants believe that the day of Armageddon, the dead shall rise and walk in their ghost forms along the land. So it seems kind of strange that Christians wouldn't believe in ghosts or call them demons. Anyway, tell me what you think about that. I am going to ask my landlord, has somebody died in this apartment? I've been avoiding this for like a year and a half. I didn't want to know because I didn't know how I would react if they said, yes, we're sorry to inform you somebody did die in this apartment. We just kept it from you. I don't know how we really would react. You know, black folk actually aren't in those horror movies where the house is haunted. They get out the house. You never hear a story from a black family staying in the house with some hauntings going on, unless it's somebody that died in the family, you know, and they're on the porch in the rocking chair talking to them every day or something like that. But you don't hear of a black family moving into a house and blood dripping down the walls, cabinet doors. Oh yeah, the cabinet doors have been opened in our kitchen. I mean, it's been a complete haunting. The lady at the store said her friend does cleansings for houses. She will see how much she charges. But before that, I'm gonna talk to the landlord. Tell me what you think about all this. And seriously, I do not believe in any of this, but evidence is evidence. And thank you for watching the Shikama Live Show.